Provide funding and they provide refreshments over here, so much thanks to them. Want to thank our volunteers, Art and Robin McClish. They've been volunteering at our concert steadily since I believe it was 96 or 97. I think it was the first year you've been volunteering here. And I also want to thank Amelia and Scott over here who hosted our musicians. And so thank you very much for the musicians that took place. So no further ado, we'll have the second half of this Mareva.
Why don't we dedicate set 2 to Amelia and Scott?
Okay.
All have
They've been very kind. Okay, so it's going to be some stuff again that I'm certain you've never heard. I'm sure that sounds like a challenge, but I'm pretty sure.
It would be kind of weird if you heard some of these, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Do you still have the set list somewhere?
Oh, yes, I do. And then some.
Thank you for coming tonight again, guys, and sticking around.
And then a couple things that you might have heard from the Midwest as well. Yeah.
Oh yes, we'll do. We curated a regional Midwest section of the show tonight, and that'll be coming up here. Did we start with that?
Start with you.
Oh, okay. I'll be doing another solo piece actually. Let's see. I had a couple in the hopper, and now I got to make a decision. I had another sex one. I didn't want to do 2 sex ones, but I could. Nah, we'll do another one. This is another Bert Lloyd, though. This one I learned from my good pal Kane in Edinburgh. He showed me this one. We recorded this one called Greenland Bound. Greenland Bound. This is a cool one. Once more for Greenland we are bound, for to leave you all behind. Our ship is painted green and our blubber hooks are keen as we sail before the icy wind. We've left our sweethearts and our wives a-weeping on the pier. Cheer up, my dear, for we soon shall return, for it's only half a year. In tarry dress we reach Stromness, and we do go ashore, with whalermen so scarce and the water even less, and we have to take on more. And when we come to the northern ice, we crowd it on full sail, each boat well manned by a keen and lively band, all for to hunt the whale. Now dark and dreary grows the night, and the stars begin to burn, with the tailing of the whale and the trying of the oil, and it seems like we'll never return. But our 6 months been done, we'll tie up again, and the lads all go ashore, with plenty of brass and a bunny lass, for to make them taverns roar. To Greenland's coast we'll drink a toast, and to those we love so dear, and across the icy main to the whaling grounds again we'll make our trip next year. Okay, so this is going to be
Entering the Midwest here, the Great Lakes.
These are not. Now, if you've been in the sea shanty world for a while, you might have come across some of these Great Lakes shanties, or even the Canadian, kind of Canadian side ones. This one references the very lake that we live beside. This is called Red Iron Ore. It's a bit of a tour of Lake Michigan up into the UP, and a lot of very particular landmarks on that Great Lake. It goes like this. Sorry, I just got to think of it. This is a down, dairy, down chorus. So you have heard one of those. You can join in on that. I'll be doing 2 verses and then a dairy down, just so because it can get kind of long. So we will do 2 verses and then a dairy down. But yeah, join in on that if you like. Excuse me. Just got to find that first line. It's a come all ye. Come all you bold sailors who follow the lakes, an iron ore vessel your living to make. I shipped in Chicago, bid adieu to the shore, bound away for Escanaba in the red iron ore. In the month of September, the 21st day, $2.25 is all they would pay. And on Monday morning from the North Branch did take the boldy sea Roberts out on the lake. Ha! Derry down, 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 derry down, derry down, 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 derry down. The wind from the southward blew up a fresh breeze, and away through Lake Michigan the Roberts did sneeze. Away through Lake Michigan the Roberts did roar, and on Friday morning we passed through death's door. This packet she shoveled across the mouth of Green Bay, and before her cut water she dashed the white spray. We rounded the sand point and the anchor let go. We furled in our canvas and we all went below. Hop, derry down, 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 derry down, derry down, 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 derry down. Next morning we have alongside the Exile, and soon was made fast to an iron ore pile. They lowered their chutes and like thunder she roared. She spouted into us that red iron ore. Some sailors took shovels and others took spades. Some took wheelbarrows, each man to his trade. We looked like red devils, our fingers were sore. We cursed Escanaba's goddamned iron ore. Hop! Derry down, 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 derry down, derry down, 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 derry down. The tug Escanaba, she towed out the minch. The Robert she thought she had left in a pinch. And as she passed by us, she bid us goodbye, saying we'll meet you in Cleveland next 4th of July. Through Low Silent Passage it blew a fresh breeze, past the foxes, the beavers, and skillygallees. We flew by the minch just to show her the way, and she ne'er hove in view until off Thunder Bay. Derry down, 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 derry down, derry down, 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 derry down. Cross Saginaw Bay the Roberts did ride, with the dark and deep water rolling over her side. Away to Port Huron the Roberts must go, where the good tug Kate Williams she took us in tow. We went the North Passage, oh Lord how it blew, and all round the dummy a large fleet hove to. The night was so dark that the devil it would scare. We hove up next morning and for Cleveland did steer. Derry down, 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 derry down, derry down, 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 derry down. Now the Roberts is in Cleveland, made fast stem by stern, and over a bottle we'll spin a great yarn. But Captain Harvey Shannon had ought to stand treat for getting into Cleveland ahead of the fleet. Now my song it is ended, and I hope you won't laugh. Our dunnage is packed and all hands are paid off. Here's a health to the Roberts, she's stand strong and true, not forgetting the bold boys that comprised her crew. Derry down, 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 derry down, derry down, 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 derry down, derry down, 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 derry down, derry down, 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 derry down. Red iron ore. Yeah, all right, cool. All right. We'll do a section of 3 original shanties, so we know you haven't heard these ones. One of them I did record on my previous album. These other 2 have not been recorded. And they come from various influences. This one would be more in the vein of a jollier song, probably like a song called Where Am I to Go, Me Johnnies? I remember that one ringing in my head for a long time. But this is a shanty I call Bound for Callao. It goes like this. When I was a youth I would pray of sailing that channel away, sing hi-ho, hi-ho, we're bound for Callao. And now I'm a-cruising the line, all churning the waters behind, sing hi-ho, hi-ho, we're bound for Callao. When I was a youth I would waste the finest of brandy to taste, sing hi-ho, hi-ho, we're bound for Callao. And now I'm a sailor bum with dirt in me ration of rum, sing hi-ho, hi-ho, we're bound for Callao. When I was a youth I would eat the finest of cheeses and meat, sing hi-ho, hi-ho, we're bound for Callao. And now I'm a sailor lad, oh, picking flies out of me bread, sing hi-ho, hi-ho, we're bound for Callao. So heave away, bully boys, and sing for your pleasures and joys, sing hi-ho, hi-ho, we're bound for Callao. Again, sing hi-ho, hi-ho, we're bound for Callao. Thank you very much. Start with that. I gotta start this low. Cross with the Capricorn, Lodi-I-O. Cross with the Cansire, Lodi-I-O. Go where the gale and the whaley fish blow, and roll on the Undyin, Lodi-I-O. Sing Lodi-I-O, 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 Lodi-I-O. We'll swim with those giddy girls bathing below, Lodi-I-O, Lodi-I-O. Sail we to Amsterdam, Lodi-I-O. Sail we to Africa, Lodi-I-O. Spice and tobacco to Greenland we go, and sing we the drunken tars, Lodi-I-O, 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 Lodi-I-O. We'll swim with those giddy girls bathing below, Lodi-I-O, Lodi-I-O. Ne'er was I a freer man, Lodi-I-O, for I was a sailor, Lodi-I-O. For I left me golden Loch Lady on shore, for I heard the captain call, Lodi-I-O, 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 Lodi-I-O. We'll swim with those giddy girls bathing below, Lodi-I-O, Lodi-I-O. And should we go home again, Lodi-I-O, to our wives and good children, Lodi-I-O, to see where the oak and the piney would grow, or to die on the ocean, Lodi-I-O. Sing Lodi-I-O, 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 Lodi-I-O. We'll swim with those giddy girls bathing below, Lodi-I-O, Lodi-I-O. Now there's a sea shanty called Pique la Baleine. I've heard different versions of it. One of them is a little more steady and minor. The other one has a lot more holds, and it's kind of a different shape. I don't know what the lyrics are to the original. I've seen the translation, but the tune was so cool that I wrote some English lyrics to it. So this is an English version of Pique la Baleine. Though I shouldn't say an English version because the themes might be totally different. It's an adaptation of that chanty. It goes like this. I left a good. I'm gonna take that up. I left a good land to go hunting at sea. Row on, row, boys, row on. All you girls ashore were dancing with the whales. All you girls ashore will have rings and pearls. We're a bonny whale ship with a bonny whale crew. Row on, row, boys, row on. All you girls ashore were dancing with the whales. All you girls ashore will have rings and pearls. I've sailed all 7 of the wild seas o'er. Row on, row, boys, row on. All you girls ashore were dancing with the whales. All you girls ashore will have rings and pearls. When it's there she blows, Captain, the boats are away. Row on, row, boys, row on. All you girls ashore were dancing with the whales. All you girls ashore will have rings and pearls. And it's steady alongside, boys, and give her the iron. Row on, row, boys, row on. All you girls ashore were dancing with the whales. All you girls ashore will have rings and pearls. I left a good land to go hunting at sea. Row on, row, boys, row on. All you girls ashore were dancing with the whales. All you girls ashore will have rings and pearls.
This is the song that Peter first heard us sing, I believe. And it's a song that comes from the North Woods area of kind of the Upper Peninsula, Michigan and northern Wisconsin. And we have a buddy who is from there, a place called Mountain and Iron River. But he introduced us to this chanty. This is sort of his arrangement of it, and it's a bit of an anthem amongst our friends in Chicago in the Old Lowlands Harp Folk Collective. So his name is Evan Collins, and he's just a great song collector and a great musician. He plays in a great old time band called Big Possum now, but he basically, brings a really interesting and it's a super engaging and thoughtful approach to everything he does, and his arrangement of this is something that we've become known
Peter
for.
saying this. How many times have you done it?
Oh, good.
Peter's done it at his at the shanty sing. You may have heard him do
Since he
it.
got the album?
Yeah.
Oh, and then it was nonstop. Then it was like Peter enough with Spitzer and Mareva. God damn. We know they're awesome. We're coming to the show.
So here we are.
Yeah, and Evan likely would have uncovered the song from a guy named Brian Miller, who collects a lot of Minnesota, Wisconsin lumberjack stuff, and then Evan is a real good researcher, so he probably found the Wade Ward version, more source material level stuff. But this is the way he pretty much taught it to us, and this is how we sing it in Chicago. It goes like this. Come on, you boys, I'll tell you true about our time on the Wait Boys crew. The Bold Wolf River was running high, and the stacks on the rollway reached to the sky. To me, roll, you tigers, roll, roll, you heroes, roll. There'll be no sugar in your tea when you're working on the Wait Boys rowing. Now Wallace Wade was our walking Indian boss, and hell's to pay when he got cross. He tried his best his men to kill, crying, come down heavy on the old duck bill. To me, roll, you tigers, roll, roll, you heroes, roll. There'll be no sugar in your tea when you're working on the wake, boys, roll away. Well, Johnny Green was a fine young man. He was married to a handsome dame. She baked our bread and she baked it well, but she baked it harder than the hobs of hell. To me, roll, you tigers, roll, roll, you heroes, roll. There'll be no sugar in your tea when you're working on the wake, boys, roll away. Well, Johnny Green went to town one day to get some sugar to put in our tea, but when he got there it was too dear, so we had to drink our own tea clear. Sing it, roll, you tigers, roll, roll, you heroes, roll. There'll be no sugar in your tea when you're working on the wake, boys, roll away. Now a driver's life is work and sweat, and there ain't no driver that got rich yet. It's work and sleep and work some more, and we'll drive right through to the devil's door. Come here, roll, you tigers, roll, roll, you heroes, roll. There'll be no sugar in your tea when you're working on the wake, boys, roll away. Sing, roll, you tigers, roll, roll, you heroes, roll. There'll be no sugar in your tea when you're working on the wake, boys, roll away.
It always feels fun and comfortable to sing that. And I love that we're spreading that around now, and that now Peter's spreading it around too. Okay, I'm gonna do another one for you from Anne Briggs. This is sea themed, I would say. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed a dream the other night. My lowlands away. I dreamed I saw my own true love. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed I saw my own true love. My lowlands away. He was green and wet, with weeds so cold. Lowlands, my lowlands away, my John. He was green and wet, with weeds so cold. My lowlands away. I'll cut away my bonny hair. Lowlands.
This would be from you would have heard this in the Watersons collection. I actually first heard this song from that Paul Clayton Moby Dick sea shanties album. That was the first place I ever heard it.
Yeah.
It was very popular in the 60s, as a lot of people here know, because it showed up on a ton of compilations that I found, which is interesting.
I love the Watersons version, but I think my favorite version is, there's a documentary about the Watersons, and it's just Mike Watterson and Louisa Killen, then Lou, singing like alone, walking through some museum, and they're just like buddies, and they're tight, and I love it so much.
I'll let you place the key on that. Let's see. That's probably gonna be close. We took a job.
Yeah, that's
yeah. I'm gonna take it up just a hair. We took a jolly sailor lads a-fishing for the whale on the 4th day of August in 1864, and for Greenland we set sail. The lookout stood on the cross tree high with a spyglass in his hand. There's a whale, there's a whale, there's a whale fish, he cried, and she blows at every span. The captain stood on the quarter deck, and the son of a man was he. Overhaul, overhaul, let your daddy tackles blow, and we'll launch them boats to the sea. We struck that whale and the line played out, but she gave a flurry with her tail, and the boat capsized. We lost 7 of our men, and we never caught that whale. Oh, the losing of 7 fine seamen, oh, it grieved the captain sore, but the losing of that bloody sperm whale, oh, it grieved him 10 times more. Oh, Greenland is a horrid place where us poor fisher lads have to go, where the rose and the lily never bloom in spring. No, there's only ice and snow. Oh, Greenland is a dreadful place. It's a land that's never green, where there's ice and snow and the whale fishes blow, and the daylight seldom seen. Well, we are getting through. We're wrapping up pretty soon. So we may have to do a shanty sprint here.
No, we're fine. Come on.
No, we're doing all right.
We're doing great. What a robust set we've put together.
Did we record Greenland on that?
I feel like we have Greenland somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. We're probably.
Yeah? No.
Okay. That's fine.
This is one that it comes from John Roberts, but via our friends Benedict Gagliardi and Armand Aramin and the Vox Hunters. Maybe some of you know them. They are, yes.
Oh, they're so good.
They're so good. And we recently formed sort of a super group with them called Hark.
Yeah.
And we actually sang this song together at Mystic as part of the sort of closing.
That's right.
Sing together. We taught it to us. We are three jolly fishermen. We are three jolly fishermen. We are three jolly fishermen, while the merry, merry bells do ring. Make haste, you'll be too late. But fish, my dear, I cannot wait for my fine fry of herring, my bonny silver herring. Mind how we sell them while the merry, merry bells do ring. We cast our nets unto the rocks. We cast our nets unto the rocks. We cast our nets unto the rocks, while the merry, merry bells do ring. Make haste, you'll be too late. But fish, my dear, I cannot wait for my fine fry of herring, my bonny silver herring. Mind how we sell them while the merry, merry bells do ring. We sell them 3 for 4 pence. We sell them 3 for 4 pence. We sell them 3 for 4 pence, while the merry, merry bells do ring. Make haste, you'll be too late. But fish, my dear, I cannot wait for my fine fry of herring, my bonny silver herring. Mind how we sell them while the merry, merry bells do ring. There's white and speckled belly duns. There's white and speckled belly duns. There's white and speckled belly duns, while the merry, merry bells do ring. Make haste, you'll be too late. But fish, my dear, I cannot wait for my herring, my bonny silver herring. Mind how we sell them while the merry, merry bells do ring. We are two jolly fishermen. We are two jolly fishermen. We are two jolly fishermen, while the merry, merry bells do ring. Make haste, you'll be too late. But fish, my dear, I cannot wait for my fine fry of herring, my bonny silver herring. Mind how we sell them while the merry, merry bells do ring.
This one is kind of a standard, but it's not like at the level of South Australia or Raya or any of those. It's Hog Eye Man. It shows up on a couple of different albums. Yeah, so this is a good one. Well, oh, I gotta start this kind of. Oh, Hog Eye Man is the man for me, 'cause he came sailing o'er the sea with a hog eye. Railroad navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, she wants the hog eye man. Oh, he come to where my Sally do dwell. He knock at the door and he ring at the bell with a hog eye. Railroad navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, she wants the hog eye man. Saying, who's been here since I've been gone? A railroad navvy with the sea boots on with a hog eye. Railroad navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, she wants the hog eye man. Oh, Sally's in the garden sifting sand. A hog eye man sitting hand navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, she wants the hog eye man. Well, my true love went off to sea, and they sent her jawbone back to me with a hog eye. Railroad navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, she wants the hog eye man. I put that jawbone on the fence, and I ain't heard nothing but jawbone since with a hog eye. Railroad navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, she wants the hog eye man. Now Susie's in the garden picking peas, her long blonde hair hanging down to her knees with a hog eye. Railroad navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, she wants the hog eye man. And Susie's in the kitchen punching duff. The cheeks of her ass go chuff, chuff, chuff with a hog eye. Railroad navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, she wants the hog eye man. Oh, hand me down my riding cane. I'm off to see Miss Liza Jane with a hog eye. Railroad navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, she wants the hog eye man. Oh, the hog eye man is the man for me, 'cause he is blind and he cannot see with a hog eye. Railroad navvy with his hog eye. Steady on the jig with the hog eye. Oh, wants the hog eye man. Thank you. Great.
It was on one summer's evening.
Won't you go my way?
It was on one summer's evening.
Won't you go my way?
Oh, I met a pretty fair maid.
Won't you go my way?
Yes, I met a pretty fair maid.
Won't you go my way?
Oh, her cheeks was red and rosy.
Won't you go my way?
And her figure was neat and cozy.
Won't you go my way?
So I asked her for to marry.
Won't you go my
But
way?
she said she'd rather tarry.
Won't you go my
So
way?
I'm on my way to Frisco.
Won't you go my way?
Yes, I'm on my way to Frisco.
Won't you go my way?
Oh, I left her in the morning.
Won't you go my way?
In the morning, bright and early.
Won't you go my way?
Oh, I met a pretty fair maid.
Won't you go my way?
Oh, I met a pretty fair maid.
Won't you go my way? Oh, cool. This is another new one for me this summer. I have heard it a bunch. I was listening to it.
I should say also, that's a specific version that I got from Peter Bellamy. Peter Bellamy's great.
Go
Peter
My
Bellamy-
Way?
Yeah. Won't
The
You
Go My Way you just heard. Now this song, I don't see a lot. In fact, the only place, I didn't look that hard, but I first found it from Tim Erickson, and this is a little bit unusual for his repertoire. But haven't heard any other sea shanty people do it, which was surprising because it's a cool song. But it's called The Bunny Bay of Biscay. It goes like this. Of all the harbors, east or west, there is one port that I love best. Whichever way that the winds doth blow, I'll steer for the Bunny Bay of Biscay-O. For the girl I love is waiting there with her eyes of blue and her golden hair. It's eastward high and it's westward ho, and I'll return to the Bunny Bay of Biscay-O. At night in my hammock as I sleep, as we plow o'er the briny deep, tempest rage and the wild winds blow, but I'll dream of the Bunny Bay of Biscay-O. For the girl I love is waiting there with her eyes of blue and her golden hair. It's eastward high and it's westward ho, and I'll return to the Bunny Bay of Biscay-O. And in 1 year I'll settle down with my girl in this fair seaport town. She's neater and dearer by far, I know, than the winds on the bonny Bay of Biscay-O. For the girl I love is waiting there with her eyes of blue and her golden hair. It's eastward high and it's westward ho, and I'll return to the bonny Bay of Biscay-O. So of all the harbors, east or west, there is one port that I love best. Whichever way that the winds doth blow, I'll steer for the bonny Bay of Biscay-O. For the girl I love is waiting there with her eyes of blue and her golden hair. It's eastward high and it's westward ho, and I'll return to the bonny Bay of Biscay-O. Chipper little song. Oh, great. Let's just check the time. Oh, we're so on time. This is
So
great.
on time.
We could probably even squeeze one in. Well, we'll see.
I think it's perfect.
I do have to get to the airport immediately after this, so maybe we shouldn't tempt
I
fate
think
by
it's
going long.
gonna be perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go.
Another common shanty, but this is a very Chicago adaptation of it. It's a very Chicago adaptation. It goes like this. Let me think of that first part. I can hear the fiddle part.
Yeah, we usually play this one with instruments actually, but I think it sounds cool.
Can somebody hold the airplane, please? This might take a while. What is that first line? I've sung it 1,000 times.
Let's see.
I can hear it in my head, and I can't make out what I'm saying.
It's hard for me to
Yeah.
something about Boston. Maybe.
Was you ever in Mobile Bay, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, screwing cotton all the day, bunny heelin' laddie? Hey, was you ever in Timbuktu, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, where the girls are black and blue, bunny heelin' laddie? Way ho and away we'll go, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, way ho and away we'll go, bunny heelin' laddie. Now, was you ever in Quebec, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, where you break your flaming neck, bunny heelin' laddie? And was you ever in Miramichi, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, where you tie fast to a tree, bunny heelin' laddie? Ha! Way ho and away we'll go, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, way ho and away we'll go, bunny heelin' laddie. Now, was you ever in Boston town, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, where the girls will dance you around, bunny heelin' laddie? And was you ever around Cape Horn, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, where you wish you never was born, bunny heelin' laddie? Ho! Way ho and away we'll go, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, way ho and away we'll go, bunny heelin' laddie. Ho! Way ho and away we'll go, bunny laddie, heelin' laddie, way ho and away we'll go, bunny heelin' laddie. Okay, great. I think that's just right, actually. Okay, that brings us to the end of this concert. We got to thank you all one last time for coming out tonight. There's a lot of things to do on a Saturday night, so we want to applaud you for being here. And buying our CDs, I think. What's the count left?
2 left.
Head count is 2. Head count is 2.
You know, if you can't get a CD, let us know. We can maybe get you another one. We have to make them.
Yes.
Those are the only ones you can get.
And we don't come to this town often, as you
So
know.
get in touch. But you can follow us on Facebook and find us on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
If you want to keep in touch also.
But joking aside, if anyone is heading toward the airport after the show, I gotta get there by 11 p.m. because my flight's wheels up
We
12:15.
gotta wrap this up.
Wheels up 12:15.
You're not gonna make it.
I think I will.
He
We'll
has
be
nothing
fine.
to check. No baggage.
Peter's lending me the rowboat. Are you saying I won't make it on the rowboat?
Let's check what, San Francisco
You
open.
need a ride to the airport?
Yes.
I'm heading that way.
He does.
Are you heading that way?
Yeah.
Won't you go my way? What'd you say now?
Okay.
So, last song is another modern maritime song. I believe it's written by Finest Kind, because that's who we got it from. Called No More Fish. About the fishing industry and the woes that they're in these days. Are you the lead on that?
No.
Okay. Do you have a high note in this one? Should I be careful with that? I'll tweak it down a little. I think you have a pretty high note.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go lower. Oh, all along the harbor reach, boats stand dried up on the beach, ghosts like in the early dawn. Empty now, the fish are gone. What will become of people now? Try to build a life somehow. Hard times are back again. No more fish, no fishermen. Once from Ship Cove to Cape Race, Porto Basque to Harbor Grace, Newfoundlanders fished for cod, owing merchants trusting God. They filled their dories twice a day. They fished their poor sweet lives away. They could not imagine then. No more fish, no fishermen. Back before the Second War, we could catch our fish inshore. Boats were small and gear was rough. We caught fish but left enough. And now there's no more fish because the trawler fleets took all there was. We could see it coming then. No more fish, no fishermen. Farewell now to stage and flake. Get out for the children's sake. Leave old friends and kin behind. Take whatever job you find. There's some that say things aren't so black. They say the fish will all come back. Who'll be here to catch them then? No